Okay, thank you so much for stopping by today. Somebody asked how I keep my white white. And today and tomorrow I'm going to be filming making all these apple varieties. I don't know if I'll have it in one tutorial or two because there's a lot of apple varieties here. And they are based off of real life apples. Be just showing how I keep my white white. I just had wanted to show you that real quick. So the first step is my work surface. I'm not working on glass or any other sort of hard surface. I'm on my table, but I'm on a stack of white paper. This is just regular printer paper, and I usually use each sheet for quite a while. I don't just throw the top sheet away that I'm working on. For instance, let's throw this here. So if I was to be working with my clay, I work on the one top sheet of paper. It's brand new and fresh, so you'd be able to see any lint or dust to clean off. It's easy to just kind of sweep it away. So that's the first thing. But the other thing is, once you stop working with the clay for a while, you can literally move your clay and slide it underneath. So that way when it rests, because you can't use it for a few hours or so, you don't have to worry about lint getting on it because it's trapped in between the bottom side, which was clean, and then the top of a new sheet of paper. Now, the only thing I would want to caution you about is that if you don't use it for a long period of time, it will uncondition your clay because the plasticizer will absorb into the paper. Sometimes that's a useful trick if your clay is too soft, but if your clay is a bit hard already, I wouldn't suggest leaving it there for anything overnight. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and show you the other tips and tricks of keeping clay white. So the next thing I do is I grab a baby wipe. I'm using the Kirkland wipes because they don't have any fragrance and they don't have any extra additives that leave lint all over your hands. I've just kind of discovered that over time. Just get ones that don't have any fragrance. So I'm going to wipe my hands off real quick. You don't need to see me wipe my hands off on camera, but baby wipes is what I use. I don't use soap and water because the water takes a while to dry, where baby wipes are pretty quick. Then I make sure that I let my hands air dry. I don't touch anything because anything you touch at this point is going to get lint on your hands. And there is already going to still be some left. The baby wipe doesn't remove all of it. It just starts removing it. So I'm going to take a portion of white, and this is a necessary evil, but basically I'm going to knead this section of white, and this is going to remove any extra lint from my hands. So I use white clay to actually collect any remaining lint. And then you're going to want to keep it aside to use it for this purpose for future reference. For instance, if I use white in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now, I can go ahead and continue doing it with this clay. So I'm not going to be throwing away a quarter of white clay each time I do it. You don't even have to use this much. It was just an easy place to tear it. So this will help remove any remaining lint. And you can do this before using any color. But let's see if I could find... Looks like my hands were pretty clean. There's a little bit of lint here. I don't know if you can see it. And then, there's little tiny bits of lint, but not much. The baby wipe does a pretty good job. And there's a little bit there. And then from here, I would put this aside, and then I would grab the white that I want to work with and start conditioning it. So that's it, guys. That's how I keep my clay white. And then you can always use, like, once it's done and baked and everything, too, you could always use acetone with a paintbrush if you wanted to lift any further out.